Good evening, everyone. I want to welcome you to this induction ceremony of the Norristown Area High School Hall of Champions Hall of Fame Association. First of all, my name is Bill McCain, and I'm Vice President of the association. Then Jim Wood, the class of 1947, is in Florida, so unfortunately he couldn't be with us, unfortunately. I would like to introduce those of us from the association that are here this evening and a few others taking part in the ceremony. I first should start by saying that we're kind of feeling our way tonight. This is the first time that I've had an induction away from the school setting, and that means that we're departing from the strong support that we usually get from the staff at the high school. So that makes us kind of change our usual format and to improvise. I suspect, however, that this is good for us in the long run. With us tonight is our recording secretary, Mrs. Nair, the class of 1949, and our treasurer, Mr. Guido Martinelli, in the class of 1955. Mr. Wilmer Cressman, the class of 49, will tell you a little bit about our Hall of Fame in a few minutes. Mr. Sam Galbraith, behind the camera over there, he's the class of 65, and he's the electrician for the school district, and of course, as you can see, he's videotaping the proceedings this evening. Mr. Lawrence Walker, class of 1959, is the nominator of our recipient. He will make the presentation. We certainly look forward to meeting and greeting each one of you later on this evening, and at this time I will turn the proceedings over to Wilmer Cressman, who is the past president of our association.
Thank you, Bill. Welcome to each and every one of you for coming out this evening for this induction, this special induction. And I'd just like to take a few moments and go back and tell you a little bit about the Norristown Area High School Hall of Champions Association. It was formulated in January of 1977, which happens to be 20 years ago, by a small group of school faculty, administrators, alumni, and friends. And out of that meeting, one January afternoon, evolved the Norristown Area High School Hall of Champions Association. The group prepared a set of bylaws for the association, and out of those meetings, the Hall of Champions is the Hall of Fame. And the Hall of Fame involves the excellence of life pursuits after graduation from high school. And we now have, as of this very moment, 100 inductees into the Hall of Champions, and we have 100 inductees in the Hall of Fame. Bill's induction tonight will bring the Hall of Fame to 101 and give us a grand total of 201 inductees into our two halls. Now consider that there have been thousands and thousands of students through the Norristown area school system since the late 1800s. The percentage of people in the halls is less than 1%. So you have to feel very, very honored to be in these halls, because it is a select group of individuals. And I might say that the Hall of Fame we have has some very illustrious people in them. Some of them are internationally known, many of them are nationally known. And it's a great honor and a great tribute to the Norristown area school system to produce individuals that we have in these halls. And it's been fun working as a group for us to uncover these people Particularly the Hall of Fame is difficult because they have scattered throughout the country, and they're not. A lot of them are not living locally, so it's much more difficult for us to keep what they do, and so we depend on people like yourselves to nominate these individuals to us. We have 2 plaques in the school to perpetuate the names of the individuals that have been inducted into the halls. We have a plaque in the athletic wing of the school, which houses the gymnasium and the natatorium. These are for the athletes. The plaque that Bill's name will be on is right outside of the auditorium in the lobby of the high school, and your name will be there forever and ever as a member of the Hall of Fame. We also have another, oh okay, Bill just showed me, this is what the plaque looks like. That goes on that plate, and any of you when you're in the high school can go over and see that plaque. It's quite large now. We have another item that I'd like to tell you about. Paul Schellenberger, who was a coach at Norristown High School in the late 30s and early 40s, I guess maybe early 40s, and was a teacher in the system for many, many years, and who helped founded this organization. He passed away in 1980, and we have a memorial showcase in the school's cafeteria named after him. And in this showcase, we present the pictures of the Hall of Fame inductees and the Hall of Champions inductees for a period of 2 years for all to see, including all the students of the high school. And they can see them whenever they're in the cafeteria eating lunch every day. And we also have all of the inductees for both halls in that memorial showcase. One other thing, we raise our funds to perpetuate this association mainly through life memberships, which we offer at $50 each, and for annual memberships at $5 each. $10, I'm sorry, we just raised it. They are the means which we perpetuate finance the organization, and we also get some money through ads for our programs. The inductions themselves are free, and we do not charge to get into them. One other item that I'd like to mention to you this evening is this is the 20th year of our existence, and this coming November 15th, it's a Saturday, 1997, we are doing our 20th anniversary of the Hall of Champions Association. And we, at that time, expect to have the most prestigious and largest gathering of Norristown High School alumni ever put together at one time in one place that night. We expect over 500 people for dinner, including people like Tommy Lasorda, Dick Schweiker, Drew Lewis, and then go on, and they expect to be there. And we're just looking forward to this, and we hope that Bill and Nancy can be with us that evening as well, because it's going to be a very prestigious evening. Not only are we celebrating the inductees, but we are going to, we're making a video, which part of this ceremony tonight will probably be on it, and it's called The Character of Norristown, and it's especially for this evening. And it will be shown also to the local civic associations and the Kiwanis and Alliance, etc., and the school district will use this for a long time. In addition to introducing this video, we will also honor all of the all-state teams ever to come out of Norristown Area High School. That includes sports as well as academics. We will honor such teams as the 1948 boys basketball team, the 1976 girls basketball team, the mock trial team that won the state title, some of the DECA organizations. I think the band has won the state title, and their division is also going to be honored. So it's a big, big evening that we're going to have. The dinner will be in the cafeteria, and the program will follow in the auditorium. We hope that some of you may be able to come to that. So at this time, I'd like to turn the induction over to Larry Walker, who's going to make the presentation to Bill of the plaque. And it's yours, Larry.
Okay, thank you, woman.
Excuse me,
Hang on to this one.
Yes, sir.
This is great. I get to give a presentation and get a tan at the same time. I'm going to give a little background of Bill. Feel free to smile along when the parts that I reference hit home. Bill was a product of the Norristown school system, graduating from Norristown High in 1957. While there, he served as class vice president, was a member of the press club, the N Club, and was an officer of the Key Club. He played on Norristown High's first soccer team, the baseball team, of which he was co-captain in his senior year, and the basketball team, receiving all-state honorable mention in district play, also in his senior year. He also received the following awards: the Danforth Foundation Award, the Norristown Junior Chamber of Commerce Award, Pennsylvania Society Sons of the American Revolution Award, the Sook Award, which we've never figured out what the Sook Award was, the Jackson Allen Memorial Award, the Raymond S. Musselman Award, the George Weirman Award, and he was selected to sign the honor book. From Norristown High, Bill moved on to Gettysburg College, graduating in 1961 with a Bachelor of Arts degree in business. He was a member of the ROTC program and was commissioned as second lieutenant in the United Army upon graduation. He was also a member of the Varsity G Club, serving as its president in his junior year, as well as being a member of the Phi Gamma Delta fraternity, but I was told that this is a G-rated tape, so we won't reference their activities here. Bill played on the baseball team for 1 year and the basketball team for 4. In his junior year, he sank 2 foul shots near the end of overtime to beat nationally ranked Temple University at Gettysburg. And this goes back a bit. Former NBA player Pickles Kennedy had tied the game in regulation for Temple. There's a name from the past. Bill was employed 1 year by Strawbridge and Clothier, an area department store chain, before his retirement in March of '96. He rose through the ranks to become a highly respected store manager, one of the most responsible positions in the retail industry. Strawbridge showed its respect for his abilities by selecting him to be the first store manager at 2 different sites, the Concord Mall in Delaware and the Court at King of Prussia. He was the store manager in King of Prussia when he retired in 1996. During his tenure with Strawbridge's, he was active in both professional and civic organizations, served vice president and then president of the King of Prussia Court Merchants Association, a member of the board of directors of the Better Business Bureau of Wilmington, Delaware, president of the Jenkintown Chamber of Commerce, president of the Wilmington Mart Merchants Association, and a member of the board of directors of Parents Supporting Parents of the Children's Aid Society, just to name a few. Bill has also been an artist and sculptor for 35 years, creating various works as a hobby. He has received numerous awards for his talent and has done commissioned work as well as participated in numerous art shows. He was in a 3-person show at the Upper Merion Cultural Center and has both exhibited and sold his works at the Jenkintown Sidewalk Art Show. In 1996, Bill founded The Artist Within to raise awareness and funds for advancing research into discovering a cure for ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, better known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Having been afflicted with ALS in October of '95 and subsequently paralyzed since March of '96, Bill Hemsing is fully aware of the effects of this devastating disease. No longer able to paint or sculpt with his hands, Bill turned to computer-generated art using a voice-activated computer to convey his art expertise to paper. Having recently lost his ability to speak, he now uses his eyes to activate a voice synthesizer, which in turn operates the voice-activated computer. He views each roadblock not as a setback, but as a new challenge and a new learning experience. The Artist Within offers his artwork in the form of note cards and individual prints, with other forms of art expression coming in the future. He's already begun to explore the creation of Christmas and holiday cards in time for the 1997 holiday season. Sold at the door, Nance? Approximately 18,000 cards were sold in the first month, and a substantial amount of money has already been presented to ALS research from the proceeds of these sales. His work is currently for sale directly from The Artist Within, as well as from local stores such as Strawbridge's, and that personal touch, both of which are located in the court at King of Prussia. Bill and I and our families have been for over 35 years, so I think I know him pretty well. He was always a competitor in anything he tried, particularly golf, and he has carried that competitive spirit into his battle with ALS. I believe most of us would have thrown in the towel facing the constant deterioration that ALS subjects one's body to. But Bill has met every setback and has risen above them to meet each challenge, keep learning, and most importantly, to remain productive, with ALS research being the beneficiary of the fruits of his talent and productivity. Here is a man who contracted a debilitating disease, and instead of folding up his tent, formed a company utilizing his art expertise to fund research into finding a cure for that very disease. ALS has robbed him of the ability to create his work in the conventional way, so he turned to computer-generated art using a voice-activated computer. When ALS then took away his ability to speak, he used his eyes to activate a voice synthesizer, which then provided the voice to activate the computer. If a man like this doesn't belong in everybody's Hall of Fame, I don't know who does. Half of Bill's wife, Nancy, Norristown High School class of 1961. I told you I'd mention the date. And his children, Tara, Brant, and Tracy. I want to take this opportunity to thank the selection committee for its choice and the board of directors for its approval of Bill Hemsing to become the newest member of Norristown High School's Hall of Fame. And so, without further ado, may I have the envelope, please? Okay, plaque. I know. Plaque, as I understand, Wilmer, has been sent away to be created.
Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma. Did you ever meet Freddie Oliva? Remember him? We probably played baseball against him. So we have Fred Oliva's plaque here as a sample. Nice seeing you, Fred. What's on the plaque is here, and I guess I can read this to you. It's pretty much a rehash. NAHS Hall of Fame, 1997. Graduate of Gettysburg College in 1961, receiving a business. Served as first lieutenant in U.S. Army. Artist and sculptor for 35 years. Store manager at the Concord Mall and the court at King of Prussia for Strawbridge and Clover Department Store. Retired in 1996. Former president of Jenkintown Chamber of Commerce, 1960. The Wilmington Mart 1960. The Wilmington Mart Merchants Association, 1981 and 82, and the King of Prussia Court Merchants Association. Founded the Artists Within in 1996 to raise awareness and funds for advancing research for ALS. With ALS himself, he turned to computer-generated art using a voice-activated computer, and later his eyes to activate the voice synthesizer to express his art on paper. Created note cards and individual prints which sell at Strawbridge's and other stores. William S. Hemsing, class of 1957, business/art. Nance? Willie, here you go, buddy. Thank you. Silence, I think. You have something you want to say? Okay.
I am probably the first person to accept this as a computer-generated voice. It's certainly better than the alternative. By the way, how you like my Swedish accent? My apologies to Ruud Wright. I am deeply honored and appreciative to have been selected to the Norristown High School Hall of Fame in this their 25th. I'm sure at least one of my old classmates would have said, "Boy, Hemsing, they must be reaching the bottom of the barrel now." The reason I say that is, at a class reunion meeting last week, I was told of a grade school classmate who had passed away recently. Although I had not seen him for over 40 years, I had an immediate recollection of the unique way he had of making you feel humble. reaching my first major achievement, making the third string of the grade school basketball team. He knew why. Of course, my mom was on the school board. And went all the way to the third round of the county spelling bee and misspelled the word genius. He of course knew the reason. My father was a big wig at Strawbridge's. And by the way, any fool knows how to spell genius. Genius. But seriously, folks, I would like to thank a good friend, Larry Walker, for putting my name up for nomination and the kind words tonight. I really appreciate the time and effort you put into this. But Larry, you forgot my grade school achievements. I'm also indebted to the Hall of Fame committee for selecting me. I can remember when Wilbur Cressman played third base for Trinity Lutheran and we called him Wimpy. I would also like to thank my friends and family for their love and support and making this night very special to me. And, oh yeah, thanks Mom and Dad. You get all the credit anyway.
Thank you very much. Refreshments and make yourself. Yes, yeah, this is yet to be made into cards, but these are the ideas for spring cards. This is a card.
Okay, great.
Just on yeah, like a screensaver.
So they can get an idea who's in it.
Uh-oh. Jerry's we have a member here. Two members here.
Fran, I'm Nancy Colley. I've been part of the association for many years. I'll tell you, but this is similar to what your dad, of course, with his picture, and then over here the accomplishments and so forth. So that shall be coming from
That's wonderful. This is very nice.
I think I know a friend of yours from your class.
Yes,
Vicky Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Let me,
1948.
Yes.
Nancy?
I just have to push down, right? I'm not a... I just have to push down here, right? That's one, wait a minute.
Maybe Cameron.
Now I'm going to get the bill. Okay,
They
Dad.
start charging posing fees there, don't they?
So the moment Smith opened the door,
Like the old hundred
Was that just this? Yeah, so it'd be about 40. At the reunion, that was. No, that was high school. But he knew before high school, so was he. I didn't know. That's right. Oh, I agree with you. Just drop that.
Oh, that would be nice.
That's right. This is the
I see Donnie once in a while.
Yes. Yeah, so I see Beach. I see Don in church every Sunday.
So do you see him there?
Jim's and we saw St. Francis and Grady's, and we just happened to St. Grady's Mass and Grady's work.